Good evening, everyone. Here's your moment of yes for Wednesday, November 2nd, right? Wednesday, November 2nd. I just got to Charleston, South Carolina. I'm here tonight, tomorrow, fly back tomorrow night. And I just finished on the flight here, finished Annie Duke's book, Thinking in Bets. She is a retired World Series of Poker champion and now a psychologist who talks about the psychology of poker and how that applies to our real life. She talks about this idea in this book. She calls them Ulysses contracts. Ulysses actually from Odysseus from the Odyssey, the book The Odyssey. Ulysses being the hero. And there's the part in the Odyssey where Ulysses is sailing past the sirens. Remember the island where the sirens are, and the sirens would seduce all the boats and all the sailors by their siren song. So he knows this ahead of time. So what does he do? He instructs his crew to tie his hand to the wheel, and no matter what he says, do not untie him from the wheel. And as a result of that, when he is tempted, and even though he's screaming at his crew members to let him go, they don't. They sail past the sirens into safety. Right? So it's this idea of what do we need to do? What can we do to make it more difficult to make the decisions that we know aren't good for us? So, the example would be is if you are a junk food, craver like myself, the less junk food you have in your house, the easier it's going to be, or the harder it's going to be to actually give in to those temptations. Right? Brian Johnson uses the example of when he's done with his computer for the day, he disconnects it, powers it down, turns off the internet in the house, and hides his computer like in an upper part of his closet. So if he is going to give in to the temptation, he knows it's a lot of effort and work to get back onto the internet. So we can do these things because we understand our impulses, right? We understand our impulses so that we can build in things that make it more difficult to give in to those impulses. So long story, your moment of yes for today is what impulses do you have that you might want to try creating a Ulysses contract with, right? The more difficult you make it, the more you're going to be able to manage those cravings or those choices that ultimately aren't your best. So there you have it, guys. That's your moment of yes for today. Have an awesome day.